Hello everybody, it's Sura here taking a hike right now. South side of the island here, and been thinking a lot about the events in Syria and the Middle East and the use of so much violence and brutality, force and dominance. And when I think about what happens in the world, I try to bring it down to a personal level. And what helps me is to look at it symbolically. When I think about that energy, it's really the bully archetype, which is really present in our world collective consciousness today, because it's really been the predominant force that's been leading the planet. And a bully, even though more common in our society, it's been from the wounded patriarch. The bully can be male or female, can be woman. You could call them an alpha female, alpha male. Anyone who uses dominance or their own willpower over the wills of others, that's a bully. And how do you deal with a bully? I remember that when I was growing up in school, I was one of the only Asian kids. So I got bullied and teased. And I found very early that I had to confront the bullies in order to just nip that in the bud. And I fought. That's how I dealt with it. And then in my older years, I remember once this man had road rage. I was in Los Angeles, and he kept honking and honking at all these cars, and I stopped my car and got out, and he was like ready to kill somebody, it seemed like. And I asked him, I got out of the car and I said, "What are you honking at?" And he said, "Get out of my way! Move!" And he was yelling. And I said, anger and screaming's not going to get you anywhere, because my car was parked in front of his car. And he said, "Who the hell are you, a Zen monk?" And I closed my eyes in that moment, and I went, "Om," and I did the longest Om of my life. And he just bursted out, his twisted face, red with so much anger, he bursted out laughing. And he said, "Who are you?" And he invited me to shake his hand. And I did. I shook his hand, and we introduced ourselves to each other, and it was quite a delightful experience. And I went back to my car and I moved my car. And as I was moving forward, he laid on his horn again. And he said, "Bye, Sura, you're beautiful." And that was what had happened. So I know that not all bully confrontations come with a happy ending. But something I've come to realize is that bullies are human too. And they often act out of a very deep place of pain and wounding. A lot of bullies have been abused or mistreated, and that's why they act that out, they project that out. So it's important to remember their humanness anytime you deal with a bully. So when we can come from that place of oneness and interconnectedness, it really increases our chances of being successful, of having a successful outcome with a bully. So the first is to stand strong in love, to stand up for health, to stand up for fairness, to stand up for love, and to find that courage within you. And I call this fierce love. It's like the mama tiger love that's like, "Oh no, that's not going to happen in this house." I mean, it's like a strong, fierce tiger mama love. And that's the kind of approach we have to have, because if you just go in soft and weak, oftentimes you'll probably be disregarded by a bully. So it's important to have strength, to lead with the strength. And second, to speak the truth. So if you see something happening, to say exactly what you see the bully doing. You can say you're using manipulation or you're using force to overcome others. Or you're acting out of pain. Stop it, you're acting out of pain. Stop hurting people. Like whatever it takes to wake them up, to just get them out of their automatic whatever action that they're taking. So, and truthfully, I have been in situations where it's been heated and people have wanted to hurt each other. And it's really important to stay centered in yourself and connected to a calm place inside of yourself. You can use strong languaging or more harsh approach, but it has to be centered in love. And thirdly is to work with intention. So if you want to have an experience, if you connect to the intention of what you want to experience, that can help you create that experience more readily. So work with intention. And these are a few things that have helped me when I've worked with people who have had really strong personalities or strong egos. That's worked really well. Of course, I don't know about the situation in Syria. What I do feel, though, is I know about the power of collective intention. And some of you know this already as meditators or healers or therapists. The studies and the effects of people who have meditated together and sent loving thoughts, loving intentions towards people, and how it can affect their consciousness, other people's consciousness, other people's well-being, and the efficacy of prayer and intention, such as in DC when they had the study with transcendental meditation, and a whole group of meditators came together and it significantly dropped the crime rate. So I feel that when we see Syria on the news, instead of relating Syria to violence in our minds, because now when we see it, we relate Syria to violence, let's think peace and send peace to all the people of Syria, even the perpetrators. Send a lot of peace to perpetrators, to leaders around the world, and just pray for their well-being. Because if they're connected to their true well-being, their true sense of self, they would never want to ever harm another human being, because we are all connected. So those are just some thoughts on my hike this morning. And if you like this kind of info, please subscribe to my channel. I'm looking to build it more. Thanks everybody for listening. Bye.